Welcome to Fine-Tuning Your FBA Stock Measurement section. My name is Saad Farouk. I've been with Amazon for almost 10 years and loving it. My mission at Amazon is to help and assist sellers manage their inventory in a healthy way. My team leads the worldwide effort, and they produce products and tools which is used by sellers like you to manage their inventory.
I'm Ashwin Andrews, a senior product manager tech at Amazon. Been with Amazon for 5 years. I lead some of the inventory management experiences, such as the FBA dashboard, FBA inventory page, and the APIs.
So in today's session, the goal for the session is to highlight the tips, tricks you can use to manage your inventory, and also highlight the resources available at your disposal to manage your inventory. So we're going to start with the inventory dilemma: stock too much and freeze your capital, stock too less and impact your sales. So we're going to go deeper into it, and then we'll transition into what you can do differently. Particularly, we'll talk more about restock best practices, margin recovery solutions for your unsold inventory, and value recovery strategies for your aging inventory. But before we go into the session, I just want to assess how many of you have inventory dilemma. So I'm going to ask a question. Raise your hands. OK, so how many of you are worried about stock out during the holidays? Oh, most of you. Stock outs have a compounding impact on your business. It impacts your sales, but it also impacts your product ranking. So we got to avoid that. So I'll ask one more question. How many of you are worried about unsold inventory after these holidays? Again, like most of you guys. So 52% of sellers, you are not alone, who struggle with imbalanced inventory. Almost every second seller. Diving deep into this data suggests that majority of the sellers are biased towards overstocking. There's a minority who struggles with stockouts, and this cohort pays more inventory management fees and the low inventory level fees. So now let's jump into what you can do differently. There is one data point I want you to take it from here. The sellers who consistently maintain healthy inventory levels, they make informed business decisions. They use data. They continuously use the resources provided by Amazon and apply those resources in managing their inventory. We have 3 ways you can access these resources. The sellers who prefer to use Seller Central, we have FBA dashboard and FBA inventory reports, where you can find the relevant data and also the data insights. For sellers who prefer their homegrown tools, we have inventory reports. For sellers who prefer their third-party tools or automated tools and wanted to get the data in a faster way, we have APIs for them. Inventory management, in principle, is 3 key steps. You restock, you optimize, and you remove. The goal for restocking is to send enough inventory so we can spread it across the network to offer faster customer promise. The goal for optimize is to maximize your sales while protecting your margins for your unsold items. And when these 2 strategies doesn't work, you can remove your inventory and replace it with the new selection to delight the customers. Now let's go deeper into restock best practices. Restock is about sending the right quantity at the right time and keep repeating this process at the right intervals. So to manage this dynamic process, we recommend you send your inventory in a timely manner. Particularly, this becomes critical during the holiday season. We see surge in inbound volumes, and we recommend sellers sending to AWD send their shipments by 9th of October. For sellers who prefer sending directly to FBA and use the minimal shipment splits, send your inventory by 20th of October. For sellers who prefer Amazon optimized shipment splits, send your inventory by 30th October. The variance among these dates is because of our network topology. The fastest way to get is to use the Amazon optimized shipment splits. We also recommend practice frequent replenishments. The data suggests that the sellers who send shipments every 3 weeks or less for their high velocity products, they maintain healthy inventory levels. We also recommend minimum inventory level or a safety stock of 30 to 60 days within Amazon's network. This will protect you against any unexpected manufacturing delays, macro or micro supply chain disruptions, or sudden demand spikes. Now let's switch a gear a bit. So going from these recommendations, I'm going to highlight 5 of the key resources you have to plan your inventory. The first one is Amazon provided guidance around minimum inventory level and the restock recommendations, which can take you to this minimum inventory level. This is available in Seller Central, APIs, and reports. We change minimum inventory level guidance on a weekly basis based on the demand forecast we have. So let's move to the next one, which is the demand forecast viewer. We recently launched this tool where you can see your demand forecast for next 52 weeks. And you can also review your actual sales for last 52 weeks. So it gives you, this tool gives you this capability to do month-over-month analysis, year-over-year analysis, and also we offer you the range. We give you the lower bound of the range is your mean forecast, and the upper bound of the range is your optimistic forecast. And the difference between mean and optimistic suggests you the demand volatility this product may face. I would highly recommend to all of you to go and check this on Seller Central. By next year, this will be downloadable, will become a downloadable report for you guys. The next resource I want to highlight is the report regarding the low inventory level fees. Low inventory neither helps customers nor reduce the supply chain costs. So using this report, you can see which of your products are at risk or are already incurring low inventory level fees. The next one is our restock planning tool. This is a machine learning-based optimized model which takes multiple inputs. It takes the demand forecast, it takes the seller-provided seller lead time, or supplier lead time, or replenishment frequency, and you can change these settings to generate your own automated, personalized restock recommendations based on the Amazon forecast. This tool is recently launched on the same page as inventory page. So we have a restock tab where you can go and access this tool. And you can change the settings by clicking on the customized SKU settings. And we also have the bulk upload available. You can follow these steps. First, download the template, fill up the template, and upload the template, and then run the model to get your personalized product-level Amazon restock recommendations. Finally, the last resource I want to highlight here is the reports and APIs. We have a centralized suite of reports in Seller Central, and it has a lot of variety. You can look at your inventory reports, sales, customer concessions, payments, removals, etc. You can also customize your reports, and you can also have a schedule. You can also schedule your reports. So every Monday, you can schedule the report, and you will get the report on your mailbox or also on the Seller Central. So now, by trying all these strategies, if you still have your unsold inventory, then I will hand it over to Ashwin to take you through what other actions you can take.
Thank you, Saad. Let's talk about some margin recovery solutions right now. It's peak season, and it's a crucial time for you. And I want to share some of the powerful strategies that are available to you to move your slow-moving inventory or aging inventory. First, you have the outlet deals. It's like having a straight line of connect with customers who want to shop at a discount. The second is using sponsored product ads. If you want more visibility or a little bit of boost, you can use sponsored product ads. And of course, you can also do discounts, promotions, and use the coupons to test different pricing strategies and see what's working for you. Now that we've seen some of the strategies, let's talk about leveraging data. Data is super useful to make decisions. So at your disposal, we have two options. The first is the FBA inventory page, and the second is the report for aging inventory. You can see here that we have a display of all the breakdowns for different tiers. So the aging inventory is broken down into age buckets like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, so on and so forth. So you can start here, get an understanding of these aging inventory, and what is the estimated fees for each of those. Next is leveraging the analytics platform. You want to try to understand more trends and see how your inventory has performed over the last year or over the past 2 years. You can understand for certain SKUs how have they performed post-peak, and you can use those learnings to figure out strategies for your upcoming peak season. Well, you might say, we have data, we have the tools, but it might be too cumbersome to go through all these SKUs and figure out what are the SKUs you might have to focus on first. This is where I want to share our vision for AI at FBA. We want to make inventory management and decision-making simpler for you. And that's exactly why we've launched as our first use case a solution to manage aging inventory. So the AI in the seller assistant will automatically monitor your SKUs. It will identify SKUs at high risk of incurring a surcharge, and it will alert you proactively well in advance. So this foresight can help you take preventive action. Next, this is where it gets powerful. The AI becomes your strategic planner. The AI is going to look into your historical sales, upcoming demand, your fee structures, and it is going to come up with profit-optimizing recommendations that are personalized. You can also ask the assistant, tell me more about this fee. You can ask the assistant to provide its rationale behind some of these recommendations. You can also ask it to break down the ROI of each of these recommendations. So no more going through reports, going through multiple dashboards. You have this information instantly, and as you can see, it will all be done in natural conversation with the assistant. One more thing, and this is game changer. You can actually take actions for all these recommendations within the assistant. How cool is that? Today, you can create sales and outlet deals from the seller assistant. And in future, you'll be able to also do removals and create sponsored product ads. So you'll be able to go from insights to recommendations to actions just in seconds. Now let's talk about some value recovery strategies. Sometimes traditional selling strategies may not deliver the expected results. So you may want to consider other approaches. So before you remove your inventory, we recommend trying the following. First, you have the grade and resell. This is a great channel because you are able to recover between 50 to 80% of your ASP, or average selling price. Then you can go into liquidations. You may be able to recover anywhere between 5 to 10% and prevent aging costs. The other one available is to do donations. Of course, you may not get full monetary value here, but you may create an impact in this society. Of course, you can also dispose or remove the inventory. Let's talk specifically about removals. We've automated our removals platform. We'll start with automation for fulfillable inventory. You can access this page under the settings in Seller Central, under FBA inventory, under the automated fulfillable settings. On this page, you can actually configure your automated removals for sellable inventory by different age buckets. So you have options right from 2 months and up to 18 months. Our recommendation for peak is to set it at 6 months because you start incurring storage costs after 6 months. By doing so, you reduce your dwell time, and you also prevent costs for aging inventory. You may also want to do manual removals. You are able to do this from the FBA inventory page. Our recommendations on this page highlight SKUs that need removals. You can click on the removal action on the recommended action column and click on Create Removal Order to go into this page and complete your removal order. Last, let's talk about automated removals for unfulfillable or unsellable inventory. For unsellable inventory, you can access this page under Settings, under FBA Inventory Management, and Unfulfillable Inventory Settings. You can see that once you enable, the program automatically takes you through a funnel. You can choose if you want to start with grade and resell, then liquidations, then donations, or disposal. Amazon removes inventory at a 14-day SLA once they become unsellable. But once you can automate it, you can set it as early as immediately or 7 days. So that way, you don't have inventory sitting at the warehouse. Now, let Saad recap what we covered today.
Thank you, Ashwin. So there are 4 key takeaways from this session. The first one being utilize data. Make the best information available, like we have made the best information available to you. Use that data to make informed decisions. The second takeaway is restock your inventory to the point where we can spread it across the network to offer faster promises to the customers. And third one, for your unsold inventory, use the margin recovery solutions like outlet deals to maximize your sales, but at a higher margin. And utilize Seller Assistant. Like it is simplifying your experience to the point where you don't have to go to multiple pages, multiple data points, and get all the information at one point. And use the power of AI to summarize things for you and take actions on your behalf.